Welcome to Forever Exiled. I'm Justin AK Tags.
And I'm Tyler, Wrecker of Days.
Episode 301.
Yep.
That's the one.
Nope. 300 was like, hey, way to go.
We made it.
But 333.
Well, that's your goal.
The next milestone.
That's your goal.
And then, yeah, I guess so. Because then we have to go all the way to 444 for the next one. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I don't know.
That's a lot.
But you know what? That's actually how anniversaries should be. Instead of celebrating once a year, it's like the longer you're together, it's like, we don't have to do this every year.
Like we did it.
Like, let's just, So it's like, if you do like the rep, kind of like celebrating every rep digit episode kind of thing, it's just like, it gets a little bit farther away every time.
It becomes very far away
Right?
eventually.
And that's so you know what? I like that. I'm going to propose that idea in my marriage.
Good luck.
And then I'll be single.
Right. Big show to our patrons. Thanks everybody who resubbed up this week. Patreon gets you access to our After Dark, where it's more of us. We built Lego last week in After Dark.
Well, a little bit. Some people got to see. Did they even get to see it? I haven't seen it yet.
I think there was 8 minutes of video, and then the video stopped. I just forgot. I made a mistake on how it was recording, and so thankfully the audio was all good. But the video, because we did video last week, which was honestly, it was actually easier than I thought it was going to be to just get it all done and put together, because it was on a bit of a time crunch. But
it was entertaining to watch you.
Was it
in the time crunch? Oh yeah. You're
super fun.
Yeah,
started the episode sweating. But yes,
and
it was fun.
Christian, again, showed you out a couple episodes ago, and thank you. But I just got to your card recently. Justin couldn't send it because I wasn't ready to.
Did you give it to me?
Do
yet?
the things. So we don't say those things out loud in the podcast.
Oh, I just wanted to double check.
Yes.
Oh, you did?
If you look in our WhatsApp chat, you'll see a GIF that says you've got mail.
Shoot. It might still.
And you gave a thumbs up.
I'll check after this.
Anyway, Christian, I'm sorry
It's
for
in
the
the mail.
delay. I was going to say it's my fault because I was
it's your
camping.
fault.
and then Justin, of course, swooped that one up.
Sorry, my fault.
No,
But
it's all good.
it'll be on the way.
But we did have a lot of fun. We did it last week. We didn't even mean for it to be like a reminiscing episode or two, and it just ended up being that way. And so, thank you everyone for for those that actually wanted to hear about Path of Exile, and we never got around to it. Thank you for your patience. But thank you. We've received a lot of messages on all the different mediums: Spotify, Discord, through Patreon, just like everywhere. YouTubers were even thankful. But no, we received a lot of messages this week, and we just want to give a big thank you to everybody, whether we were able to respond to them or not. We did see them all. We shared them with each other. If they were private messages, shared them back and forth, except for the ones that said, "Don't show Justin." Oh, wait, I said, don't show Justin. There we go. But anyway, so thank you to everybody. We appreciate it.
Very appreciated. It was a fun episode. 300 is come and gone. We also are doing our car giveaway. So if you didn't watch 300, we're giving you some time, because not everybody watches everyone, or listens to everyone, which rude, but also I get it. But it's on Discord. So check the announcement section of Discord. I think it goes until next week. Maybe 2 weeks. I don't remember when I set up. 25th, I think, is when it's done. That sounds right.
Like that.
Doesn't that sound right?
It's an event as well, so you can just click on the event, and then there's a link that takes you there. And it's have really hard to sign ending.
Up. So
it's a button, maybe two.
One button.
Yeah, Friday,
25th.
July 25th, our time.
Yeah.
Who cares about the other people's times?
Well, that way we can talk about it in episode, whatever that is.
Episode something.
3, maybe. Anyway, we're giving people time to sign up. So, and if you don't know what it is, you can watch episode 300 to see it if you want to see it. But it's I have it sitting on my computer. It's a Lego City racing car set that we built. We wrote on them. I think I'm going to send a sticker with it too. So good luck. Also, do you want to know what else I have?
Value just keeps skyrocketing.
Just going up. You want to know what else I have? Let's see if this works. I have. So when we were trying to set it up, I had an extra Elgato Wave mic arm. We never used them, but I was trying to set it up. But anyway, the paper for it was Tyler stressing about how to do his signature.
I thought was I allowed to write on that paper?
Yeah, I don't care. It's garbage.
Oh, okay.
I gave it to you to write on it. But he was practicing his signature. You put a lot of thought into it because there's a lot of attempts.
It wasn't thought. It was, I had a lot to drink.
That's true. We did have a lot to drink.
And I don't think I've ever done an episode like that before. And then we're doing like our signatures, but on something that's really awkward to sign.
Very
so I'm
small,
like, okay, well, I really don't want alcohol to impact this. And so I was like making sure that my signature was fine. And then I get to the Lego car and I'm like, oh, that mattered. This thing, I got like no space to write. I don't know how to write that small. And so I tried.
You nailed it.
It's not legible.
Yeah, it is. I didn't look at them. It's all sealed up.
Oh man, I kind of want to buy it. I
probably should take it out. No. I should take it out and take a picture though before we send it off. I didn't even think about that. We were drinking when we got to the end of it, so
I think we should secretly buy the exact same set and then just do it a little.
No,
I'm nervous.
Nope,
that's not
nervous. It's awesome. It was fun. So good luck to whoever wins it. We're finally doing our card giveaway. How's your week, bud?
It was fine. It was good. This week it was all like following up on all the different contractors that have been crappy with our house. You know, the person that was supposed to spray the weeds, following up with that, following up with the squirrel people, finally following up with a piece of our door fell off. So following up with them, and it's not, and most of them, they don't want to come back. So you're like having a hassle. So it was like the hassle comment or the hassle, like, you know, I messaged them before I went camping. So now I message them after I come back. And so that was fine though. Everything's good. Everything's great. Tickety boo. That was it. There's actually nothing going on. It was a nice, slow, quiet week of chores, having the kids home. Everybody's good, healthy, mostly happy. But when it's grumpy, it's entertaining. So it's all good. All good. How about you?
It was not a great week. It was not busy in the way that it should have been. And then, I mean, today sucks because today's when I should have been meeting with my neurosurgeon.
Oh, right. But
July 11th was supposed to be the day. So today sucks for that. But it's my own fault. I made the mistake of not bouncing after the main race on Monday when we were playing some F1. And I did the 3 lappers and I knew I shouldn't have. And in the Vegas race, I was not expecting to get hit because I was around people that don't typically hit and going into a right-hand turn. So the reason that it caused the problem is just because my setup has a lot of torque in the drive for the wheel, and I was turning right and got absolutely smashed from behind, which is hilarious because I know that happens all the time. But the jolt that sends through my wheel, as soon as it happened, I was like, "Oh, this is not going to be good." I woke up on Tuesday and I couldn't breathe, and that went into Wednesday. Couldn't breathe, so I was drugged. Like I know I'm normally on drugs, but like head cloud drugged on Tuesday and Wednesday. And I'm still feeling it today. Thursday was the first day where I tried to chill on some of the drugs, but I will not be doing the 3 lappers anymore at all because it's just too. I tried pausing it too because I knew that it was going to be, you know, that's just the way that we do the 3 lappers and it is fun. But I just got caught and the person didn't know that I had an issue with my back, so it's not anything on somebody else. Like I should have just left. And it was hilarious in the way that I got hit, but man, it did damage to me this week. So I can't do those anymore. So my week was drugged. I worked from my couch. I had to go to
your catch-up week too still, right?
Yeah, I had to go. There were some meetings I had to go to and I was out of it. Like I was a zombie. I was drugged. I had to go. There was a meeting I had to go on Thursday morning and I was in my office meeting with some people. And I, at one point, as soon as like there was a calm in the, you know, conversation, I was like, okay, we're done. And they're like, oh, okay. Yeah. Do you want to just grab lunch? And I'm like, no, I'm done. This is it. It's over. It was like 1:30. I went down the hall to meet with, another person that I was going to be meeting with that afternoon. And I was like, canceled. I'm not doing it. I'm taking off. I'm out of here. I'll see you next week. So yeah, man, it sucks. It's back stuff sucks. So that was my week. Like I spent it working from my couch and yeah, that's it. I didn't get to play much games because it just hurts too much to sit down. I played Path of Exile for a little bit, but I just couldn't stay sitting at my desk. So what else? That's it. Yeah, I got nothing. This is the first time recording since all the shit happened with my computer, like from here, because the last time we were recording in my kitchen last week. So I've now got the computer on my desk. And so I'm just...
Why is it on your desk? What's the difference?
So it used to be mounted to the bottom side of my desk, which was great because it cleared up a lot of space. The problem was the way that it's mounted onto the desk made it impossible without taking it down to clean the vents. And I think that was part of what I was having cooling issues. But also it placed it right above the vent on the ground, like for my office. So it meant that when I'm running AC, it's great because the AC is going into it, but it means my office never cools because my AC is just like helping cool my computer. And then the same in the winters, I was having to close the vent in the winters because otherwise it's pumping warm air straight into the computer. So yeah, trying it up on the desk. I mean, it's nice because the desk is big and I can keep it in behind, but no, I'm just making sure that it's fine.
Would it be too much to swap your shoe rack wall with your computer wall? Put your computer on that back wall?
No, I like my shoes. You know, I'm using a different
keep
camera.
Your shoes. You don't have to throw out your shoes because you're moving them. You just swap walls.
You mean swap the positions? Do you mean like...
Yeah,
no.
Like put your computer on that back wall and then put your shoes on the door wall.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think we originally talked about that when we first built the office, like set it up. I don't know why it laid here, but I'm not moving anything. Like it is. I'm not moving anything. It's too much work. It's funny because I've got a different camera now because I didn't want to set up my whole setup that I had before with like, that was COVID times when I set all that stuff up. And I don't like this new I don't like webcam type things, but it's just so much easier to set this up. So it doesn't have this depth thing. So I was in a meeting with a guy who I've met with a lot from out east, and we were in a call and he's like, wow, you have a lot of shoes. And I'm like, what? I've seen you like 15 to 20 times, but my other camera like had a focal range really close so that the rest was kind of blurred out. But anyway, that was my week. Nothing
good
really
times,
fun.
Good times. And summer's hit here now. We're in I'm looking at the weather and we're in 30-degree weather now. There's heat warnings coming up for this coming week where it's going to hit 35, 36.
Oh, yeah? But yet, like a couple days ago, we got pissed on. Like, our weather
in a good
so
way.
Bizarre.
In a wonderful gardening.
In a good way, yeah.
kind of way. But
yeah, heat's coming. I know they've already got like a lot of fires in Manitoba.
So hope you enjoyed your lawns. Any local listeners, hope you enjoyed your lawns because, they're going brown. They're going brown
Press
real fast.
Press a button on the phone. Waters them.
Justin, watering restrictions. Encourage people to live with integrity.
No. Nope.
Municipality bylaws are important to follow, Justin.
Not if you do it at 4 a.m, then it doesn't matter.
Good stuff. You know what's funny, though? If your grass is green and everyone else's is brown, and it's because they're not allowed to water their grass, it's not like you're hiding it. It's not,
no, you're not at all.
Yeah, no, it's like, gee,
I wonder what he's doing.
Grass green?
I take out a watering can every morning because you're allowed to do that, and I sprinkle water.
That's right. He's out there for
obviously
all day.
It's not my sprinklers that pop out of the ground at all. Anyway,
those are attached to the municipality bylaws. They just automatically read them, right?
Yeah.
They only show up when they're supposed to. Anyway, Path of Exile. Yeah,
what do we got?
Do I
don't actually know anything. I did play. Yes, I did play a little bit of Path. I have some stuff to talk about with my character, but I played Path of Exile Uno.
Excellent.
Oh, that's
this week they had fan art competition thingy start.
Okay. I guess just started.
Honestly, no patches for the thingy thing. I don't know how long it's been out, though. Maybe it's been out long enough where they don't need patches anymore, or they're kind of moving on. I don't know. Ew.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, hey, on a side note, my coffee, I hit the button to start my coffee at 11:11.
Make a mental note of that, Ty, because
I love noticing rep digits on a clock. I love it.
That's
and
funny.
Obviously you can't do rep digits on analog, and I prefer analog, but with all the digital clocks that there are around the house, I went boop for my coffee. Totally coincidental at 11:11. So I'm pretty sure this coffee tastes better than all the other coffees that I've ever made. But yeah, there was nothing Path news in PoE1 really. Xbox caught up to patches, and then what else? There was a build showcase, Path 2 build showcase. Dwayne Dribley's Fart Master. So
what is that? The name of the build?
Yeah, the build's called Fart Master.
Oh, I love that.
That'll get clicks no matter what. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that kind of build can stick around. Or there's things like that. Like I enjoy the fun names.
What the build does? Okay.
No. And it's not disrespect. Like I love the amount of effort that people put into their builds and that people are posting build guides, even though it's beta. It's just like, I like the idea. I don't know what it is, but maybe for me, it's just the idea that like it's cool. It is cool. It's just if the game is going to change and this build will be impossible in 2 months. Like
that was no different with Path of Exile 1 though, through its entirety.
I know. I was thinking that just now. So I'm like, I don't know what's different. But I guess in my head, I'm like, nope, it's beta. I'm not interested in cool, fun, and creative. So anyway, but yeah, congrats to Fart Master. That's a pretty rad name. And then they have a hideout showcase thingy. And then they showed some unique art or unique item art.
Okay.
Let's see. They came out with a B patch.
For 2?
So 0.2.1b. And it ties directly into the announcement for content update timeline.
What? Also, I didn't click more. Sorry, I'm on your notes. I didn't know there was more down here.
So scroll down and then look at the first announcement link.
Content to... Okay. What is this?
All right. So that one's your first one.
Okay. Okay.
So that's that.
It made me laugh a little bit where they're like, major updates for Path of Exile 2 are released every 4 months. Just the way that's stated is kind of, we've done it 2 times. Like, okay, calm
they
down.
haven't done it once. They haven't done it once, actually. Like this.
Maybe they should say
how
our
it's
plan
going
for
to be
release every 4 months. Right.
Yeah, this is not something that they've been doing. Though I appreciate now that they're married to it. And I also giggled a little bit. Where was it? So for now the date is August 29th. Mm-hmm. It's already a little later in the month than we hoped for. Right? It's this thing about like, well, if we're sticking to a date, and I get like you have the leeway of a month, so it's just more like giggling and making fun. It's not really a criticism because who knows, but they're talking about like, yeah, we're going to set dates and then whatever content isn't available for that, we're not going to rush it, but we're not going to move the date. Right? But now they're moving the date. Just a little.
Well,
it's
maybe
like the very end of the month.
Yeah.
Right? But if you don't release it in August, that means like if you are marrying yourself to 4 months, that means you're not coming out in December.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're that far at the end, like the end of August, beginning of December.
Well, I mean, Path of Exile has always wanted to have an update come out in the December time. It just makes sense for them financially. It's a good idea. So, I mean, this does tie them into December, and it gives us a Path of Exile 1 in October. I listen. I mean, it's cool that they're trying it, but I don't know that we go long of seeing content every 2 monts. We're the first iteration in, and they're already like a little bit later than what we hoped for.
Yeah, I know.
So
go ahead.
I was just going to say, let's see. I mean, I just think every time they pick numbers and dates, my stomach drops a little bit just thinking like, why did you guys do this to yourselves? Like, just come out with it when you're ready to come out with it and stop trying to, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. But I guess we won't know really until October. Like, we'll see how October rolls out for this Path of Exile 1 thing they're going to have to do. And then what does that do into Path of Exile 2's December release?
We're like 10 months away from finding out how the schedule works, right? 2 months
it's going to take a while.
Then 4 months for Path 2, and then another 4 months for Path 2 again, in terms of...
If I was a betting person, what are we in? 2025? This is done by 26. This doesn't go in past 26.
Path 2
Yeah.
gets scrapped. They go back into Path 1. All their Path 2 things, they just revamp a little bit into Path 1 and away we go.
I don't know the downside to having longer Path of Exile 1 leagues. I just think like, cool, make some new content, but why does Path of Exile 1 need to see it every 4 months? I don't think that that's necessary if they come out with good content. I mean, Settlers lasted them a year and their current one is fun. Like, I just don't see, I don't know. Anyway.
It's the money. It's how they do their like support packs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
I get that. But then put your focus into the new one, the Path of Exile 2. I know that it's a struggle for them because 2 is still not, well, for me personally, not in a great state. And Path of Exile 1 has been a lot of fun. So, but even as saying that as somebody who's been playing Path of Exile 1, I still would rather see more done on Path of Exile 2 than Path of Exile 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, so
but I do like how it's worded as well. Like they're wording things for people that are new to Path of Exile Land in general.
Explain
like,
it to them. That's a good idea.
How leagues work. Well, yeah, and I like that. I like that mentality. And if you keep that up, there's always a trickle effect in a community. There's always a trickle effect. And so even if like an employee who's like part of the decision-making process is like, no, we got to put this out. No, we got to put this out. But if you keep the mentality, that trickle effect, even if every now and then they read these posts, they're those little reminders like, right for the new people. And it's just, it sticks. You know what I mean? The more you see it, the more you feel it, the more areas that it's in, it sticks better the more there is, I guess you could say. But I also just like Path of Exile 2 is an early access. We have a lot of content we haven't finished yet, and there certainly is a lot of new stuff coming. Obviously very generic, but that's, all right, good. Let's go.
Let me play my friggin' druid.
The one thing that I did want to say regarding this time frame though now is whether or not they've been doing this schedule up till now that they're marrying themselves to this schedule, Path of Exile came out in beta in December. And there's still like a whole bunch of stuff that hasn't been touched since it's been released. Like if you don't touch that on this patch, like if that's not part of your focus, any of the existing stuff that's already there, you're now waiting. It's going to be a year until this stuff maybe gets touched again. You know what I mean? Like now they're in a situation where they kind of have to be paying a lot of attention to what's already been released as well, right? Like if they don't do a legit balance pass, if they don't do a little bit more with their how drops are working, right? Like the default filter experience, if they're not looking into like MTX, right? I mean, there's just lots, even like the armor conversation. You don't touch armor on this big patch that's coming out in August. All of a sudden you're looking with like a really useless, very like it's supposed to be valid. It's supposed to be a big part that you plan around for anybody. It's the only physical damage mitigation that exists with the exception of something like Enfeeble. And if you don't touch that come August, now all of a sudden it'll have been a year, right?
I do agree with you on the armor part, like with regards to something that's a major thing as, a defensive layer in the game. I think seeing them do passes on stuff is not going to happen because I think you can't truly do that until you have, as many skills and supports as they hope to have in the game. It's very difficult to do a proper pass on that stuff until that stuff all exists. So I personally wouldn't expect that. I mean, it'd be cool, but I think stuff that's like an actual defensive layer needs to be touched for sure because that affects everything. Same with the loot filter. They're not going to change that. It is what it is. That's always been Path of Exile. It will always rely on something else. Always.
I get it, but if you're trying to change,
they're not trying to change that though. They're not. I think that you just have to accept that this is what it is for their loot filter.
Well, they are though, because you can already tell the loot experience is very different. Even with how they do tiers, with how they've gone about with doing runes, they are trying.
If you're talking about their drops, sure, but I'm just talking like the actual loot filter part. They're going to.
Well, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think it will always rely on a third-party system to be better than what they give, what they provide.
I don't know if rely would be the right word. I think that like Jonathan had comments earlier on in beta saying the goal is that we have a legitimate loot experience and the only reason you use a different filter is because you want different colors or sounds or sizes. So, and I appreciate the hope of that. It's just it's all tied and it's all complicated. And it's part of the balance pass thing too, with just skills, right? Like how difficult monsters are, right? That's a part of how powerful skills are, how difficult monsters are. And then you have your reward based on difficulty, right? That, like, how difficult is this boss? How difficult are these rares, right? And so, like, it is all tied together, but I'm kind of on the opposite page of you in regards to that. I don't think you can wait until everything's in the game, because you want people to play, and you do want there to be a lot of variety to be thrown around for the sake of your data and your stats, right?
It's just hard because you would have to do that same pass every single time. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I'm just not sure that they will.
Oh, sure. Well, yeah. No, my conversations never revolve around the will.
Did you bring up the patch 0.2.1b? Is that the thing you were talking about?
So, yeah. So the funny thing is so we were talking about things like taking a while, and then they came out with their most recent MTX packs, right? When they came out with 326.
Path of Exile 1. Mm-hmm.
Right? And so then they come out with patch, this is for PoE 2, patch 0.2.1b, but then they even have an announcement just saying, hey, it's live. So, like, there's a lot of attention to this. And did you read what patch B is?
Well, I read just the live now, and that the MTX from Secrets of the Atlas are also available on Path of Exile 2. That's the part I read. I don't see where the actual whatever B patch is, though. Is there a spot?
It's above the announcements.
Oh, okay. Can I just
read
say,
it too?
Well, I just want to, it's enabling the, okay. I understand, but I don't like it. I understand that because they release 326 and they have a whole new set of supporter packs that they want to make them available on both platforms. I get it. I don't like it because they have so many other MTX still to do that. I assume that if you buy it on one, you get it on both, right? Like if you buy this, I'm just assuming that. That because they're supposed to all work together. I get it. I understand why they're doing it. It does make sense. It irritates me a little bit when they have MTX coming out. They did say something about some other ones though. Oh, existing Watcher's Wrath set, Archon of the Atlas armor set, Skull of, and so I assume those are older ones that are just slowly making their way.
Those are the new ones, like the original Portal effect and the Rose charges. We got those as Twitch rewards when 326.
Oh, so it's all related to 326 still.
Yes. So basically, we have a patch for Path 2. It's only the most recent MTX that we've created.
I think that's a good sign of them not being able to keep up, because this new stuff comes out. So of course they're going to make it work with Path of Exile 2 because it's in the process of being designed and made.
Yep.
But they have so much still to do. And I just, yeah.
We're not seeing a trickle effect at all. And it's one of those things where, yes, we promised that we would do this, but we haven't touched it at all. Right? Like I've every time I log in, I go and I check to see which MTX are available, and it's a really cool screen for no MTX. And I'm not going to buy more. Like I'm waiting for my bajillion dollars to come through. Right? I want to make sure the promise is held before I'm giving them any more money. So, and I get it. Like you and I both get, like, when you come out with new stuff, especially because of the promise you made, it needs to work for both right away.
Yeah, of course.
And it wasn't available to work for both right away. So this is them. Okay, like we did it, and we did it as fast as we could. Like none of that is a criticism, but because there's nothing else, it's like
not a B patch though. Like it's kind of a weird. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
I was like, all right, with the
yeah.
Oh, it's actually nothing.
It got its own letter?
Okay.
What?
Yeah. Whoa, an announcement for this one. This one's going to be sweet.
I got to give them credit for however long we've been playing the game, and especially for how long we've been doing the podcast for. We've never been able to understand their numbering and lettering sequences to their patches. So it's good. That's impressive because it's a code that we have yet to crack.
Maybe it's tied to lore, and that's why we don't understand it.
Somehow B is microtransactions, and that's lore.
I don't know. But anyway, it was just cool, one of those things where it's like I felt a little irked because the faithful, the people that have been around for forever, the people that earned their keys,
there's a lot waiting still.
they've heard nothing and seen nothing.
I wonder why there isn't a trickle
about what was promised to them.
I wonder why there isn't a trickle of stuff coming out for that. Like, because that's not something that has to come all at once. It really doesn't. That easily could just trickle through every now and then you get some. But that's why it makes me worried that they're not going to be able to keep up with the stuff they're doing, because they can't already do the stuff that they've already promised to do. So, hey.
And even then, but then you hear comments, and who knows how related or not they are, but then you hear comments like, oh yeah, but then I took, all my best people from Path 2 and I put them on Path 1. No, oh yeah, and then I took these people and I put them over. And probably different people, but it's just that mentality of, okay, I'm just going to like suck all these people up and throw them over here. I'm not going to let them keep doing what they're doing. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like, it doesn't seem like there's
either, because you're going to stress yourself and people out.
Oh, like, your staff. Big time.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. I don't know.
But it just seems like that's the kind of how it works, I guess. I mean, not like we would know because we're not there, but that's what we hear, and that's how we hear them talk, right? And so it kind of gives you the impression that people just aren't allowed to just work on their stuff, except for maybe like Camille and Camille Jr. Like, you can't just work on it until it's done. Like, hey, for the next 2 years, you're making sure all the MTX are going to look fantastic in the sequel. Go. That person's going to get pulled off of that 100,000 times. That's kind of how it seems, right? So anyway, it doesn't mean it's not a big talking point, but it did. Yeah, I felt a little petty that it irked me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
So
it's not big enough for me to be angry at them.
No, of course not.
But it's just kind of like, okay, like cool that you did that. And I 100% understand it. If you're coming out with new MTX packs and supporter packs in Path of Exile 1, they should for sure be a focus for making sure they're good for Path of Exile 2. So I'm not taking away from that, but also like put 2 of the old ones in, like just something. I'm not asking for a lot.
Well, I don't know. Maybe like I think I have
simple.
Like 40 pets that are available now. No portals yet. Every MTX except for pets is Path 2. I don't have any Path 1 MTX in Path 2 that's available for me out of everything I've purchased. Everything is Path 2 with one exception. There are now maybe about 40 different pets, and they're like the weird ones with like the frog with like the helmet.
Did they ever announce that those came, or did those just show up?
No.
Or were they available for a while?
Appeared. Oh. I don't remember how early they were available. I seem to remember that they weren't there, and the only pets that I could have were the ones that I got with the support packs from the very beginning, like the Crowbell.
Maybe they are trickling in. Like, the fact is, I haven't played Path 2 in a while. I haven't looked at the MTX because they're always just red. Maybe they are trickling in and they're not just telling us. I don't know. I feel like that's something to tell.
It is, it would be nice to see that show up in the patch notes. But I mean, I do have around the 40 pets. They're all like the little cricket things. What are the crickets called again?
Mm-hmm.
Weta. Like all the different size Wetas and like the frogs and all the ones that are always super cheap. But I don't know. Anyway, that's that. But now we have August to look forward to, and you were playing Path 1.
I did play some Path 1. I'm still playing my Mjolnir spinner ball lightning of orbiting. I spent so here's something fun that I did. I was working with some people in 2121, and I was trying, because I was Mr. Ventus had been helping me figure out the build. So I was looking at what people were using, and I was like, man, how are people making these like really sweet rings? Like, there's some, so I they're heist. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to play heist. Heist, I actually like heist. Heist for me is very chill. Also, the pause in Path of Exile is easily my favorite thing they've ever added to Path of Exile 1. I can't tell you how many times I've used just like, I have to deal with something. I got a phone call. I got to deal with a kid. Whatever it is, just being able to hit escape and be paused and not be like, oh my God, I'm going to lose this map, or I'm going to lose this heist, or whatever it is. Amazing. So I've started playing some heist, just hopeful to get maybe some of the rings that you can craft on. And I did get some. So I was like, thinking I would like learn how to craft. So a massive shout out to Sid, because he helped me. Like, I don't know how these people know the stuff they know. It's like, I'm extremely jealous of them understanding all of the intricacies of like how you craft in Path, because it's hard. Crafting is hard. It's not like you have to know too many things. So I worked on that and had some fun with it. Completely botched my crafts. So I was like, So then you're like, okay, so you got to keep going or you can buy them or whatever. So I did, but then my back went out and I couldn't breathe. So I stopped. But I was playing, just doing a lot of heists. I'm trying to push harder content. Like they give you a lot of agency to make your maps as crazy as you want to make them, which I really, really do like. One thing I don't like though, and this is not new, they don't give you always enough agency to counter the bullshit that they're going to do. Like, dealing with reflect stuff, dealing with some of the stuff is just too build breaking. And I don't want to try and design my build to be able to like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm trying to build a build around their silliness. Like a map rolls with the both reflects. Okay, well, fuck. What do I do with that with my build? I know that there are ways to do it, but I don't want to. That's not fun. That's not enjoyable to me. So I do really like the agency of making my maps insane. Like I was doing some blights that were bananas. Like the screen is just like the game cannot handle it at all. I get frustrated, man, when I'm like trying to roll maps, and that's my struggle is like getting screwed on a map roll or just something. My fun decreases real quick when that's my struggle. And then also just typical Path of Exile stuff. You get one shot and you're like, what the okay, let me tell you, I tried doing rogues with the one where they're possessed. I cannot figure out sometimes. Like I was talking with people actually in game. I'm like, am I missing something? Like, what is with these modifiers? I went online to try and figure it out. I'm trying to look at what these modifiers are. I could not figure out with some of these possessed rogues what was killing me. I had no understanding at all. I knew all their mods. I could read all of their things. I'm online looking at it going like, okay, this it doesn't
you can
help
pause
me.
the game, take a screenshot.
Yeah,
whatever.
I can pause it. I can look at it, and I'm like, I'm on the wiki. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, okay, I kind of get that. I go back out, poof, dead. I'm like, what? What did I miss? I don't understand it.
I mean, you go back 300 episodes, and you'll hear me talking about combining those two.
Yeah.
And,
we talked about it for sure.
Often. And then I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I love it. I love boss fights. I love mini boss fights. And then like a week later, I'm like, oh, stupid. So because, you're getting into like, we call them arch nemesis mods, but they've been in the game for forever, whether
mods,
it's essence mods or warlord mods or whatever it is, the bestiary mods, just this title that tells you nothing about the 3,000 skills that are tied to that,
right?
And what kind of damage it does and what its limitations are. And
well, because then they combine with the other arch nemesis mods, and then they combine with what's the base type of that character that got it rolled on it. And I can't even tell you how many times I was like angry at my computer because I want to do it. It's fun. They're hard fights, but then all of a sudden you get one or two where you're like, what the Jesus just happened? I can't figure it out.
So we'll see how that goes, because that is something that they've been adding to Path of Exile too. And again, we're talking about Path of Exile 1 right now, those combinations. And I haven't played it for a bit, but yeah, it was such a love-hate for me, because I love that, a little mini boss shows up, kind of like when Metamorph would show up. But Metamorph was the same thing, except you couldn't even see it half the time because it was morphing around like, Venom in the Spideyverse or something, right? It was just like this blob moving around. But it's love-hate.
Well, you talked about it. Oh, man, I can't remember. A couple episodes ago, you talked about the frustration of like teleporting mobs, like how stupid it is. Man, rogues, especially possessed ones, I have no idea where they're jumping to. It is crazy.
And they want you to stare at the mini map to find them.
I don't think they show on the mini map. Not in PoE 1. I don't think they show. They don't show. Like, because you can run rogues where you have like they don't. Oh, show.
Maybe you need the thing where they give like extra loot or whatever it is, or they're extra rewarding.
Oh, where they have the one from. Yeah, well, that's not on the Atlas anymore, so I don't know what would do that. But you can juice the crap out of these rogues, and it is a lot of fun. But what's crazy to me is if I go into the Atlas passive tree and just untick the one that says rogue exiles are possessed, no problem. It's frustrating. There's some that jump around, but I can do them. But the second I have that 1 point into them being possessed, I guarantee you within 2 maps, I'm going to be swearing. because something's happening that I have no clue what it is. So it was fun. I was having a good time. It was I did actually have some fun doing heist and like focusing on, okay, I want to get these rings and I want to try to learn how to craft. And then when I buggered them, which they're still worth something, but it means you need to get more so that you can do like the trade in for 5 to 1. I don't know. Sid was explaining it to me. I was like,
and as you're messaging someone else being like,
what
does Sid mean?
I was writing stuff down. Like legit, I had my notepad open and I was like typing stuff as they were trying to tell me stuff because I was like, I'm not going to remember this. But I did appreciate it. It was really cool to learn some of the different mechanics I've not played with, especially on the crafting side. So I probably will still keep playing Path of Exile 1 while we wait for PoE 2's thing in August, end of August. But I couldn't this week because sitting here, I'm either cloudy with drugs or I can't breathe. So those are both bad combos for me trying to play. Did you play at all this week?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. I was
awesome. Choking silently. Okay. I didn't want to hack into the mic.
Yeah,
Come on, I'm old, man. Yeah, I did. Did you want to talk about it? So I've tried to push through more with my Frostbolt character. Still
Are you
having
maps on that one?
No. The only one I'm in maps on is my minion instability character.
Yeah, okay.
And it's so bloody strong, man. That is insanely strong. I do want to see. I'm having a tough time finding out if minion damage actually does impact minion instability or not. So part of me wants to do another minion instability build, but only invest in minion life and then kind of compare them at a certain stage. You know what I mean? Get them to the same side. So I'm going to look on the
POB
tree.
Not show you or anything? Like if you put, I've not even used POB for 2.
Path of building, the math is way off on everything. It doesn't have the proper math equations. It's taken a lot of assumptions. It's not a criticism. 2? It's just, they have the time that they have and they haven't had time to check it out. Like, for example, when I was talking about, I made a post that got replied to by Mark. Remember I was saying about, I think that do you want me to talk over my dog digging?
Yeah, do. Listen, it's summer, people. Whatever. You're going to hear kids and dogs.
So I made a post saying that even with full investment into, what's it called? Reducing the minion death cooldown, whatever it's called. I don't even remember what it's called anymore. But, like reducing that timer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the respawn time. Thank you. I was saying, like, I was doing the math and trying to figure it out. I'm like, this is like, I'm fully invested into this. And I had to travel quite a ways to fully invest in this. I don't feel like this is worth the reward. And so I'm like, I think it should be, I forget if I said it should be additive or multiplicative or whatever it was. And it's the opposite and it should be the opposite kind of thing. And then Mark replies with, actually, it is additive or multiplicative or whichever way. And then went on to explain it. Whereas in Path of Building, it's the way that I think it should be. But in the game, it's not, right? And so like, there's just different examples of a lot of that. So who knows if curse efficiency is right or any. And again, it's not a criticism. Path of Building will get there when it gets there, but it's not something that I can depend on right now to find that information out. Can you not test it by
just respecing, like your character? Like doing a few respecs?
Yeah,
like it wouldn't
but
take
I just
a lot,
finished. But the gold is shared, and I have a few characters going on that I've been trying different things on, so I actually don't have any gold to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be a it would be redoing my whole tree. And I'm in my 70s now, so it's a little bit pricey. Anyway, there is a character that I want to make where I'm like, okay, let's just do minion life and without minion damage on the tree and see how that works for minion instability. I'm hoping that GGG adds, like, how there's like a DPS counter for attack skills and martial skills. They don't have that for minions. Right? I didn't even know that existed until I went to a skill that wasn't minion, right? So they don't even have that for the regular minion attacks, let alone for supports that deal damage like Decaying Hex, Impending Doom, Minion Instability. So I do hope that is something that comes soon, though who knows? So it's a very tough thing to test in general. Anyway, that's on my mind. Do that one day. But I was progressing my Frostbolt character a little bit. And the reason that I guess that all that came, I'm still having a tough time deciding between, do I like minions or do I like trigger skills? You can't have both.
No.
Well,
you could. You could.
But I would be missing out on so much damage
Sure.
and value as a minion build if I was to use Spirit for whatever triggers, right?
You'd be
And
going
every
two
time-
in the middle to try and make them both work. So it would be hard to get all the damage that you would get. I don't know that it would make up for
Right.
it. So
Yeah. So there's that. And then I actually started a ranger character, a bow character.
to do what?
And
What was your thought
I've
of
never, in Path 2, I never have tried anything evasion side yet. And so I was just seeing how evasion works, because
Better than armor.
evasion accuracy, it's different now, right? Like evasion also can avoid spell projectiles as well. It's about projectiles, not based on attack. And I do like that. But then still, like, in my head, I'm still like, it's probably just easier to stack energy shield. And then just like, you're just getting hit and then not get hit for 2 seconds, because you're obviously going to invest in that cooldown. So it's not 4 seconds. But yeah, so anyway, so I have a poison character and I'm just playing along with that. And Oliver's poison character is way better than my poison character, but
He's still
good.
playing?
It's good. Yeah.
Nice.
He wants to play, right? Were you asking him?
No,
You're asking if he was playing? Is that what you said?
No, I said he is still playing. I'm just saying, like, in general,
he
like,
asked to
still
play.
like,
I'm letting the kids play video games while we're recording, and he wanted to play Path 2, but
nice.
I had to say no. I want to be around when he's doing that, because it's literally my account that he's using, because it's beta with paid access.
Yeah.
I can't share
fit.
it at all. He
Mhm.
can't use his own profile. So,
You worried he's
I
going to
wonder
blow your
though-
gold? He's going to just start gambling it away.
well, no, but it's my stash too, and
Oh,
all
yeah,
that kind
yeah.
of stuff. So there's, as silly as it sounds, there's
No, I
little
get it.
rules that we
Yeah.
have for, don't touch my stuff kind of thing. So.
I get it.
But I still want him to enjoy it, and I still want him to do a little bit of crafting. But he's like, "Oh, Dad, you have like 500 of these." I'm like, "No, that's not.
Don't touch them.
No, I don't." So yeah. So anyway, it's good, and I'm enjoying it. It's just fun. Like, the thing that I'm really liking about Path 2 right now is relearning a new game and trying to get out my old assumptions. Right? Like, for example, evasion is different. Right? They have accuracy for both long range and close range on the tree. Okay. Like, just the little things that make it, like I had to go and remind myself about bleed and poison, right? Oh shoot, poison doesn't stack anymore, right? You have to earn poison stacks. Maybe that'll change, maybe not. Bleed only impacts life. Okay, well, energy shield's a lot more valuable now, but oh right, shoot, energy shields, just poison still hits energy shield, right? It's just double the damage. And so, just the little things, like I'm enjoying learning those new things, but then playing around with them and seeing their value and knowing full well they're going to change a few times. Yeah. So it's been a lot of fun. I still think CI is just so strong. Like, if you can go, we used to always joke that I would go CI as early as possible and then just go
level
through
14.
the hell. Yeah, exactly. But now it's almost like, that's not a joke anymore.
No,
It's like,
could,
yeah,
for
rush
sure.
to CI, because then you don't have to deal with all the chaos crap that's in the campaign. And so anyway, but yeah, no, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Wish I had a little bit more time with it. But it's good.
Sweet. That's good. Anything else? Path of Exile? Or are we done? Awesome. Let's wrap this up then. Episode 301, Forever Exiled. I'm Justin, AK Tags.
And I'm Tyler, Wrecker of Days.
Patrons, we'll catch you in After Dark. Everybody else, we'll see you next week in 302. Thanks again for all your support. Make sure you hit the 5-star thingy or whatever it is. And what do we got? We got a website, foreverexiled.com. We have the best Discord community. Pop in there, say hello, hang out, and 2121 in game as well. And Patreon and other ways to support the podcast. You'll find them on the website and down below. Have a great week.
Hey, it's 7-Eleven today, July 11th.
Yeah,
Not like
thanks for
anybody
reminding me of
cares
the
about 7-Eleven.
day. It's supposed to be a doctor.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Doctors.
How'd your appointment go? Good times.